It is on you. So you have to be able to think about the admin fee that way. Also, don't forget, for every of the programs that we just mentioned, you will be taking an examination,
Yes.
right?
Hello.
And your admin fee,
Hello.
once you pay your
Hello.
admin fee, that's it.
Hello. Hello.
If you know of anyone that's ever taken data analytics, they can tell you how much the voucher for exams are. It is all covered in your program. So you have to be able to see this admin one-off fee as a commitment fee. And it is so much, trust me, the value that you will get
Hello.
from the
Hello. Can
ALX
you hear me?
community,
Can you hear me?
the amount you're paying for admin fee would almost seem like, okay, it was well worth it. So our programs, how much are the programs? It depends on the program you're applying for. Not all of them cost the same. At this point, we would ask that you please go on to alxafrica.ng and check for the program that you want to apply for, and you would see exactly how much it is. Again, I can't say, oh, it's 120. It's not the same. It all varies across the program that you're applying for. So please go to alxafrica.ng and you'll be able to get more details.
All right.
Number four,
Our programs are fully
online.
and you do not necessarily need to come to the hub.
No.
However, if you want to enjoy the ALX community feel, coming to the hub is your best bet.
Yeah, we may not have a hub in your state, but trust me, we usually have at least some form of engagement where you'll be able to meet with other people from your state. So let's say you're in the north, you're in the south, you're in the east, west, whatever it is. If it's not Lagos, don't worry. Don't think, oh, I'm not in Lagos, I'll be left out. You would not be, because I guarantee you that for every state we have in Nigeria, there are at least five ALX persons in those states. So we will be organizing a number of tech events. We'll be letting you know about tech events. We just need you to engage as much as you can so that whenever you see those messages, whenever those opportunity comes, you can actually meet other people as well from the program, maybe in a different tech track, but definitely from ALX. And then you can engage, you can have community. If you're in Lagos, Abuja, and Port Harcourt in March, the hubs will be open and you actually have a place to actually go and meet other people. And if you're in Lagos, where the hubs are, you'll be getting those information. Come out if you can. There are free spaces for you, but it is not compulsory. It's an online program. And if your visa comes through as well, continue your program where you are. Please, if you have any more questions, you can send us a DM or you can send a WhatsApp chat to the number that will be shown on the screen, and someone will be able to support you as well. We may not be able to help you immediately because all of the questions that comes through are handled by our global team. So we might just be asking for some more details or maybe sending you to a link called Zendex and you can escalate it for a faster resolution there. Okay, we've come to the end of this and we cannot wait to see you on and welcome you onto the program. If you have any more questions, drop it in the comment section and then we can of course answer you as we go along. See you at the ALX and we can't wait to welcome you to doing
Hard things.
Thank you.
My name is Rosie Odinve. I'm a software engineering learner at ALS. There's so many instances, but I think one in particular would be when I realized that I would have to go for NYC camp. While I was in camp, I was still doing my projects and everything, and I didn't let it affect. So should I say it's around the part of like resilience, grace, because it wasn't easy. Counting, waking up at 5 a.m., still having to like meet up on my deadlines and everything. So, yeah. Yes, I would say that the ALS program has definitely helped me not just prioritize my tasks, it has also helped me be more organized, make impactful decisions. So I would definitely say that. ALS has like supported my professional growth in like so many ways. Not only do they ask us, there's this 90-day survey we have to like fill over and over again where they ask us like, okay, it's like more like a follow-up. In the long term, I'm planning to go into nanotechnology and I definitely need like a knowledge of software engineering. So me being in this program is definitely like helping me grow professionally where I'm heading to long term.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. I mean, you came in early and you got bottles. Aren't you excited? All right, so those coming after you aren't going to get any bottle. All right, so can you greet your neighbor? All right, ask them for their names. I mean, it's an interactive session, so. Ask for names, ask for names. Don't be shy. Make sure you ask for names. What do you do? All right. Okay. Good morning, everyone. And I would like to specially welcome you to today's session, the ALX workshop, interactive session in partnership with the Covenant Nation, Igomu. And before we get right into it, I want to assure you that you're going to have an amazing session today. It's going to be very informative, very enlightening, and you'll be going away with a lot of goodies, all right? Okay, let me not say that part. But goodies, mind goodies, right? But I just wanted to quickly share a few things, share a few thoughts, right? Some of it may be high level or futuristic, but it's important that we have a background to work with as everyone, and then it's more like a seed that is being planted into our hearts, and this seed eventually will germinate such that we are all, working towards the same goal. I know that everyone here, all right, is different. We are here for different reasons. For some people, is a career pivot. For some people, you're looking to, advance yourself when it comes to your financial prowess and capacity. All right, whatever it is you are here for, we are all together in this. No one is superior. No one is inferior. All right, we are all together in this. And so this thought that I just want to share is something just to unify and give us a background of what we'll be experiencing today. And so just go with me, all right, as we just move through this. I personally love the vision of ALX. It's tremendous and it's amazing because what they are doing is something that is needed to transform what we currently see in Nigeria and even in Africa, right? And so, like I said, regardless of your current situation, where you are not, where you want to be, all right, whatever it is, all right, I want us to think about something. And who remembers what we call subsistence farming in agriculture? I did agriculture in school. You remember? Where you farm for yourself, your family, alone, and you are good. Now, what you are going to be learning today is going to be massive. Some of you get into it immediately, some maybe not immediately, but it's going to be a seed regardless, and it's going to germinate, all right, and it's going to bring forth fruits, definitely. But I want you to remove every form of subsistent thinking and level of thoughts in your mind, where you are not just thinking about yourself alone or the skills that you can gain from ALX or the skills that you can acquire to get, financial gains or to advance your career. So remove every iota, remove every form of the subsistent mentality. And I'm getting somewhere with this. You understand why? All right, before I'm done. And whatever dreams that you have, I want to dare you to dream bigger. I want to dare you to dream bigger. If you came with small plans, so if your plan was after I'm done with ALX, all right, I get into software development, data, I begin to earn dollar, right, or I jackpot. By the way, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, that's good life. Your definition of good life, there's nothing wrong with that. But if that's all you came here for, I'm telling you that that's small plans. And we don't do small plans here. So think bigger. Think beyond yourself. Think above, I just want to get into, the global market, make dollars, make pounds, and all of that, and be fine with my wife, with my kids, drive the best cars. That's good. You would have that. But think beyond that. Think above that. So if that's what you currently have, that's fine. But I'm telling you, those are small dreams. So tear it up. Tear it up and dream bigger. All right? The interesting thing about dreams is it costs nothing to dream. I'm telling you, it costs absolutely nothing. Nothing. Nobody's going to debit your accounts. Nobody is going to debit your account. It costs nothing to dream. All right? And so I said, the dreams that you have, if it's just for you, your cell phone, I want you to tear it up and dream bigger. The bigger picture always ties into creating value for humanity. I'm telling you. So you have to do more than just yourself. Think above yourself alone. Think more about people than just yourself. By the way, I should say this. Yeah, I'm a patriotic Nigerian citizen. And I know that Nigeria will prosper. Whether you agree or not, it's not even a prayer point. I know it will prosper. And guess what? It's going to prosper in my time. Now, the people that will hold the seat of power and influence in terms of social capital in entrepreneurship and business have started working now. Right? The older generation, we will learn a lot of wisdom, experience from them. But the future of Nigeria and Africa is with me, is with you, is with you, and is with you. The strength that we have as Nigeria is our young population. And so we may have difficulties and challenges in Nigeria right now. There may be 1,000,000,001. But I want you to think about it as 1,000,000,001 opportunities. So the skills that you get today, or the introduction into the skills, or the hope into getting more skills today, can you begin to think about the opportunities that Nigeria presents to you? We are faced with so much challenges, I know. But can you see them as opportunities in creating value? So I want you to think 3 things. Number 1, think exports. One reason why we have, everyone knows this, the dollar crisis or the Naira dollar crisis is because of our export value. Can you begin to think how, from what you learned today, and that's why I said you have to go beyond the subsistence mentality, thinking about yourself alone. Can you begin to think about exporting value? It's happening already. You can work in Ajegule and be working for a company on Wall Street in New York. You're exporting value. Can you begin to think about exporting value? Can we begin to think about exporting goods where we combine AI and design thinking in creating a shoe that is unique to Nigeria and then export it to Africa, and then from there we export it to the ends of the earth such that they can experience what we experience here. It's unique to us. Think exports. Can you think about exporting skills that you gain from ALX today? You can't think for yourself alone. That era is gone. We aren't going to move like that. Humanity wasn't created for greed. We're supposed to help each other, one another, every time. All right? Number 2, think jobs. Now, these jobs, don't think job as just paycheck. One of the things that I began to realize, is the government in itself wasn't designed to grow the economy. Those that grow the economy are individuals, companies, organizations that are willing and interested in creating value. So you may be working for somebody right now. You may just want to advance your skill right now. That's fine. But can you begin to think bigger, where you are becoming an employer of labor? You are employing 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1,000, 2,000 people or persons. And then that's one more person off the streets. That's one more person off poverty. But it's not just about the paycheck. Where you begin to think about creating a unique environment where young people, and maybe old people, can express their skills, express their creativity, express their talents in a unique culture and environment that you have created because you've decided to think just beyond yourself. So, can you think jobs, creating an experience for people, an environment for people that will enable them express their abilities, express their skills, express their talents, express the potentials that they have within them? You don't have to be Bill Gates or Elon. You don't have to be Zuckerberg. Have you thought about Brother Sikuru, who is the vulcanizer of Ajegule Street? Can you design something such that is employed? He doesn't have to wear a tie and a shirt. He doesn't have to come to the office. But from his workshop, you can connect him to hundreds of people that he can repair cars for. You have employed somebody. You have brought a platform to someone. So I want us to think jobs. I want us to think enterprises. I want us to think businesses. You don't even have to be a business person now. You can even be an entrepreneur. But think beyond just your job. Think jobs for other people. Yeah? Number 3, think people. Think people. I started my career, I studied architecture, University of Lagos, but I started my career as HR person into onboarding. So I was an onboarding officer for about 8 months. And after then, my career changed dramatically. I got introduced into the world of tech. And from there, I got into digital transformation, projects, product management, UX. And it changed my life. All right? And I'm not just talking about money. It changed the way I think. It changed how I see people. And so I work with a lot of tech people that sometimes they are just concerned about the technical part, and sometimes you can't blame them. It's just the way their mind works, you know. But regardless of the AI or the advancement of technology we'll see, people are the most important asset you would ever have. I'm telling you. If you don't have people who use the AI tools, who? So people are most important assets. And so when you start making the billions and the millions and even the thousands, remember people. Value people. Don't use them anyhow. Because it's going to catch up with you. So value people. Provide opportunities that you can. Make the playing ground level as best as you can. You don't need to put yourself under pressure, but think people. And so when you are beginning to create your business, an enterprise, an organization, a platform, all right, where you can bring in people, people can begin to use their skills. Think about, how can I ensure this person has the best life? Is earning, is learning, and is getting fulfilled at the work. How can I create a system such that this person goes about telling others, one day, I want to start my company and be like this person because he has shown me the path that leads to advancement and fulfillment. So 3 things. Think exports. All right? Your values. Think, exporting your skills, goods. Who says we can't create dresses in Nigeria that will be the top topic of sale in Dubai, Venezuela, Iran, right? Think export. Number 2, think jobs. And number 3, think people. So what is the summary of what I've been saying, all right? Find the big picture. If you came here with small plans, tear it up. Tear it up. Find the big picture. Tie it to humanity. And you will find God's purpose and God's approval. I'm telling you, by the way, you don't have to be a Christian to do this. Once it's something that would advance humanity, God is always interested. If it's something that will progress the idea of humanity, God is always interested. So you don't even have to be a Christian. He will give his approval. So find that big picture. And everyone can get into the big picture. You make no small plans here. Number 2, the summary of what I'm saying, dream big. Dream big, all right? It's a go big or go home. Dream big, and it costs absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing to dream. You may be working in a startup now or an established organization as just an employee, but I'm telling you, begin to see yourself as an entrepreneur or an entrepreneur. Because as we begin to get more businesses up in this country and in Africa, we begin to see massive results we've never seen before. I believe in the vision of Nigeria. I believe Nigeria will prosper. And I believe I'll be one of those people that will play a huge responsibility and role in getting into that level. And I believe you and you will be part of that. Come by us to pray. I just want you to say 30 minutes, 30 seconds, a word of prayer. Maybe 1 or 2 things jumped out to you, as I was speaking. And ask God for a supply of the Spirit. And just talk to him, regardless of how you know how to talk to him. Just talk to him. Just talk to him. Talk to him. Father, in the name of Jesus, we thank you for this gathering. Lord God, I ask for just one thing, that you grant everyone here eyes that see and ears that hear. Eyes that see and ears that hear. Let them begin to find those opportunities in the difficult places. Begin to imprint your thoughts in their hearts. Let them begin to see beyond themselves. Let them begin to dream bigger. Let them tie those big dreams to the progress of humanity. Let them see your approval on the works of their hand. Above all, grant them eyes that see and ears that hear. For in Jesus' mighty name we've prayed. Amen. All right, I know I sounded like a pastor, but anyways, I think I got the message clear. All right now I want to hand over to the ALX team, person of Sheun Babajide. Can we put our hands together for Sheun Babajide while she comes up? Keep clapping till she comes up. You can do better than that. They put this together free of charge. They didn't ask for any fee. They even gave us bottles. I mean, till she gets here, please. They are doing an amazing work. All right.
Okay. Thank you very much, Pastor Mayowa. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much. My name is Sheun Babajide, like Pastor Mayowa just said. And on behalf of ALX Nigeria, I would like to say thank you very much for making it on time. Thank you very much for giving us your audience. And thank you very much for allowing us to share the opportunity that ALX has for you. Sorry, the light is, I don't know how Pastor does this, but okay. Can we get to the slides now? Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to go and take it. So let me just run through the agenda of today. First things first, if you have maybe gone on our website, which is, so, excuse my voice, which is alxafrica.ng, you realize that you can actually see all of our programs and you can then, apply. If you need to apply now or finish your assessment or you have any, very key questions, just at the back there by the nursing mothers' rooms, you can actually go there. There are people there to attend to you, and you can actually get to finish your assessment, okay, while we do this. So I'll quickly run through the agenda. So what we're here today, what we're here to do today is, first things first, introduce ALX. Has anybody heard of ALX before? Can I just see with a show of hands? Great. Okay. Has anybody how many people have taken ALX programs before? How many people graduated? Okay, great. Thank you. All right. So what we're actually here to do today, thanks to Pastor Wale as well and all the other pastors of Igomu, as well as Pastor Kojo as well. We'd just like to say a big thank you to them. What we're here to do today is first, connect with us. So it's always different when you see an organization that just has a branding and you see their flyers and you see their ads. It's almost like a disconnect. So the reason why we're here today is just to let you know we are human, we're humans like you. You can actually ask us questions and put a face to the brand as well. That's the first thing. The second thing as well is any burning questions that you have ever had and they're just like, I beg, I don't want to enter their DM, Jerry. These people. You can actually ask any of us here today. So as long as you see us wearing a T-shirt, anybody wearing a T-shirt, they're definitely an ALX member, please ask them the questions. And of course, some of them are right at the back there as well. You can ask them that. The third thing as well is, like I mentioned, for anybody that's actually started an application, right? And then maybe you struggled or you were like, I'm not sure what to do here. Please, there are people that are actually here. The team is here and they can definitely support you. Then the fourth one too is that's the gong one, why we are here, is the fact that because our programs are only open to 18 to 34, and I'll explain that in a minute. I'll explain the reason why. We are doing a very preliminary, is that a word? A very basic introduction to one of our programs called the AI Career Essentials. So we're going to have one of our fellows, and I'll explain what a fellow means in a minute, is going to come and then share and just walk through the very basic information that you need to be able to understand what AI Career Essentials program is about. And hoping that at least by the end of today, whether you are above 35 or you're below 18 as well, you at least have some form of basic knowledge and understanding of what AI Career Essential is about. The fifth one, which I just added now, is that if you ever thought AI was here to take your job, AI is not here to take anybody's job. It is not here to replace anybody. What you need to do as a person is you need to find out what AI tools is applicable for what you're doing currently and that can help you to function faster. I'll give an example. Have you heard of Canva? Canva app. Okay. Canva app, do you know it's an AI tool? Yeah, it's actually an AI tool, right? It's not just an app, it's an AI tool. Because rather than you thinking of a flyer that you need to create, and then you live in maybe Lekki, you've heard that all the printers and the designers are in Shomolu. So you now travel all the way from Lekki, enter the traffic, all the way down to Shomolu. You're now looking for Baba Isiaka. Sorry if your name is Isiaka, don't be angry. You're not looking for Baba Isiaka, you're looking for Baba Benga. Please, just put the logo here from, oh God, I can't believe I touched the altar, but okay. Just put the logo here. No, design it here, move this color, shift it this way. And then you spend the whole day there. Then it's now here now, go and print it. Then you have to still go back home, then go back there the next day. With AI tools, you don't need to do that. Because from the comfort of from the comfort of your bedroom, you can just design your flyer, find the number of Mr. Isiaka, and send it to him and say, please, deliver it to me. So do you see how much shorter that has saved, as in terms of traveling, in terms of looking for the right person, in terms of doing coloring? So again, it is just to open up your mind to let you know that AI is not here to replace anybody, but it's the application and how to use it that is very important. So whether you work in the medical industry or medical field, whether you're a call center agent, whether you're an HR person, whether you're an entrepreneur just selling puff-puff, whatever it is, there are AI tools that can help you to make sure you're performing better. I'll stop there and I'll get into the story, but I just thought to, to do that first introduction. Okay, who are we? ALX is a career accelerator platform. And we're on a mission. I'm not going to read all of this, but please, by all means, you can read them. And our mission is to actually empower 3 million African youths. And that is one of the reasons why we say 18 to 34. We're on a mission to empower 3 million African youths in their career or as entrepreneurs, because we understand that not everybody wants to work for someone. Some people even still want to do their 9 to 5 and still want to be able to be a freelancer or have a side also. We understand that. So our mission is to make sure that people have access, or African youths have access to these programs, tech programs, and are able to use it to empower themselves to become better. Whether, that thing Pastor always says, whether as an intrapreneur in an organization or as an entrepreneur as yourself and building up your businesses. So that's our mission. That's the long and short. We're currently present in over 8 countries. Sorry, you can move to the next slide. This thing is now in my head, so I usually don't. Yeah, you can stop here. It's fine. So we're currently physically present in 8 countries: Nigeria, South Africa, Kenya, Rwanda, Morocco, Egypt, Ghana. I don't know. There's always one. But we're currently physically present in 8 countries. Our programs are all online. So we are actually across the African continent. So we also have learners from Malawi. We have learners from Togo. We have them across Africa, right? But so if you recall when I said we're only here for 18 to 34, the reason for that is because we have the support of MasterCard Foundation. So that is a criteria for MasterCard Foundation, and that is why all of our programs are free. Nobody pays for the value of our programs. I'll get to that in a minute. So because MasterCard has empowered ALX to say, okay, you guys, we see your content is good. We see that you have a good mission. We're here to support you. So this is why all of our programs are free. And, anyone between that age, that's the criteria they set for us, and it's not us that said, no, we're not doing it, right? So thankfully, ALX is also not a Nigerian company. It's actually a global company, right? Like I said, we're across the African continent, and we're present in those other 8 countries, meaning that we have hubs OBS means cafe, like so where our learners can go to do their program because it's online. We don't have facilitator. The reason why we don't have facilitators is because it is the same content that somebody in Sarigomu is consuming on the ALX program, the same one that somebody in Johannesburg, South Africa is also consuming. So it is not going to be like, oh, but my facilitator in Nigeria missed this particular syllabus. And then the Kenyan person too say, oh, but my own facilitator did not mention this. And then somebody else in Morocco says, oh, my own facilitator did not even touch on this at all. No. It is the same content, the same understanding that you all actually would be. So that's one of the qualities. It's not a diluted program. It's not a program of, oh, because I've been working for 20 years, now I feel like I can teach people 2 weeks course program. No, it's not. They're actually the real deal, and that's just about our programs, right? What have we been up to? Are we new? No, we're not. We've been in Nigeria since 2019, but of course, ALX itself has been around since 2014. And then these are the highlights of the things that we've been doing since last year. We got nominated. We don't even got nominated. Okay, we actually won those awards, so that should have been updated. Those are the awards we won last year. We won the Gage Award, and we also won the Arts of Technology Award as well. We had over 153 applications across all of our programs last year. And I can tell you for a fact that currently now, just January to date, we currently have over 45,000 learners across all of our programs, across Nigeria, not the world, Nigeria. Because our programs are not just only for people in Lagos. Kafansha, Bauchi, Kaduna, Kano, Meduguri, Kwara, Oshun, Ijebu. We have people on our programs. We have learners there, and we also have community as well. So this is what we've been up to last year. You can see the demographics of our learners. Again, because they're all applied, doesn't usually mean they're also graduated. And that's why I asked that question. Who is head of ALX, who has done an ALX program, and who has graduated? Because our programs are no jokes. They're the real deal, and people don't usually end up graduating. I'm not scaring you, but it's just the truth. So because, again, life happens, laptop dies, you charge your laptop, it sparks up, NEPA decides that that's your road today. They're packing the wire away. Then you know what happened to us last week, Abi? All of us did not just have internet. So life does happen, right? So people do usually drop off from our program. But I'll tell you the reason why we have a number of success stories across our programs as well. So, yeah, community engagement. That's one of the reasons why we have a number of learners that stay on. We're very big on community. We all know Pastor's favorite word, right? And that is never walk alone. So we believe that as long as you're on our program, if you want to do it alone, it is actually hard. And you will hear from some of our learners as well, and those that have actually graduated from our program, when they share their experiences with you. So we actually brought them with us. So most of the hostess that you see, some of them are church members, and some of them are also just our learners. They would share their experiences with you. So every time we do this outreach and we go to places to speak, we don't hire people. We actually use people from our community because we believe that it is stronger when they share their own story than when I have to share it, because they almost look like, yeah, you're just a salesperson. But when you actually hear people sharing their stories about how they found the program and what it has done for them, then it's almost, it's a user-generated content. Okay, so that's what we've been doing since last year. Just last year alone, we did all of these events, over 100. Imagine, over 100. What that means is we had a number of expert sessions. So yes, we do all of our programs. Again, because we understand that our programs are very technical. Not technical, you don't have to know maths, you don't have to know science to be on our program. As long as you have that willingness to learn and you can create that time for it, then you will be fine. But one of the things that we usually do as well is because we also understand that people are already working in the field, in the industry or in that career path that you are aspiring to. So we usually bring them on board once in a while to come and share their story. So if you go on our YouTube page, ALX Nigeria, you find a number of testimonial stories and also a number of expert sessions where senior experts in their field, whether at Microsoft or at Salesforce, have come to share how they have been able to be successful. Some of them also have jackpot, how they've been able to transition to another country with that certain tech skills as well. So we usually encourage that, because then that helps our learners to stay on the program and also know that it is doable and it is definitely something that they can achieve. Next slide, please. Okay, so this is just a quick follow us, as always. If you've never followed ALX Nigeria, please do. If you follow ALX Africa, great. But if you want to follow us and see exactly what are the things that we are up to in Nigeria, especially, we just got back from Enugu as well. We're Enugu, and the Commissioner of Ministry of Youth and Sports is helping like 5,000 of the Enugu residents as well. So what we're doing now is we're actually canvassing and trying to, my boss's favorite word, comb through the states, even though we're already present in all of the states, but we're trying to make sure we reach more people. Because again, the honest truth now is, regardless of what industry, it doesn't matter where you're working, tech is coming to meet you there. It is. So whether you think, oh, I'm just a petty trader, I don't need to be online, that's a big lie. You know, oh, I'm just an HR, I'm a consultant. Oh, I know how to speak, I know how to do slide deck. If I do slide deck like this, gang, tech is coming to you. Oh, I'm just a nurse, I just give people injections and I find their veins and I don't need to know. You do. Tech is coming to you. So regardless of that, we're trying to make sure that we are reaching as much people as we can and letting them know the different programs that we have and how they can actually access it as well. Next slide, please. Okay, a learner's journey. So like I mentioned earlier, this is what our learners get to enjoy. For those that are in Lagos, in Port Harcourt and in Abuja, they get to enjoy the fact that we also have spaces. So I know that's not mentioned here. We have hub space. We have one just here. That Kobo 360 building is that's where our flagship hub is in Lagos, right? So we actually have hubs where our learners can go to, free internet, free electricity, go with your laptop, open up, do your program online, meet your other peers, because we encourage a lot of peer learning. So peer-to-peer learning, and it's a soft skills, because once you can learn, I know we might think that, oh, getting along with people is not a soft skills. Trust me, it's a very important soft skills. So we encourage a number of soft skills along a learner's journey on all of our programs, whereby we want you to work with other people. We want you to know that not everybody can speak like you. We want you to know that not everybody thinks like you. We want you to know that some other people get agitated. So, sometimes you say, oh, me, I just like to smile. No, some people are not morning people. We want you to be able to meet other people as well. Best of all, we even want you to meet people across the other parts of Africa. So when you're on our programs, there'll be a lot of peer-to-peer learning. So you could be paired up with somebody in Johannesburg. You could be paired up with somebody in Cape Town. You could be paired up with somebody in Nairobi. You could even be paired up with somebody in Ghana, in Accra. That way, you actually also learn. If you're very good at networking, you will build a relationship as well, and you will be able to build, connections also. The other things that we're very big on is hands-on training. So depending on the program that you're on, you actually get to play around and have demo with a number of projects and a number of tasks that is almost very real to life. And I'll explain why that is in a minute. Also, we have something called the ALX Fellowship. So with us, once you're done with our program, we don't leave you, except you're like, I'm done, moving on. Referring back to what Pastor Mayowa mentioned earlier, it is not about just the program, like, oh, I'm just here to do the program and get another certificate. One of the other things that is our goal, especially at ALX Nigeria, is we understand the fact that, oh, okay, I need to put the mic closer to my mouth. Okay. We understand the fact that an average Nigerian has 7 certificates. Do you agree? You don't? I should go through it for you. Just 7 certificates, say nothing happened. Just on a normal day, you have 7 certificates. I've not even talked about NITT. I've not talked about the typewriting programs. I've not talked about Udemy course. I've not talked about, if we start to count now, I'm sure if anybody starts to think, you know that you even have up to 12, right? So the idea is that we don't want this certificate to be another certificate again. So what we do with all of our programs, as long as you're successful, you actually become automatically, as long as you're successful in our program, you automatically become an ALX fellow, which you will get to hear from them. And I'm sure by the time you even hear from them, you'll be shocked. Because what we encourage is once you're done with our program, there's always an opportunity to come back and take another program, and you don't have to pay. And also, even once you're done with the program, as long as you are active and engaging, and you know how to check your emails, which of course you can never finish an ALX program and not be addicted to checking your emails. You will, because otherwise you miss information. What we also do with all of our committees. So remember when I said it was 100, right? Part of the 100 engagements that we did was we usually have a lot of skills training where we teach our community how to ace an interview, how to do their CV, how to update their LinkedIn, how to optimize their LinkedIn. Who's active on LinkedIn here? Please, if your hand is not up, you are leaving money on the table. And I hope that by the end of today, at least you would understand one or two things. I mean, it's not a LinkedIn session, actually. So, but please, if you're not on LinkedIn, I beg, you need to get on it. Don't be so, there's something I always say to our community. Take a break from Facebook and Instagram. The amount of effort you put on that, and even your WhatsApp, like they like to call it, your WhatsApp story, take a break. Channel that energy to your LinkedIn for at least 3 to 4 months and see the difference. You can try that and then you can always thank me later. But trust me, channel it to your LinkedIn. LinkedIn is not so hard. You're here today now, right? You're here for an introduction to AI program. You can take a picture. Because then that way, even a recruiter or even your manager is looking at your LinkedIn like, oh, okay, so this girl didn't go for Owambe. She actually went for a training. Great. Then next week again, you go for another event. You put it up. Not that you just put up to say, oh, I am here. Not like that. Let me just give you a quick tip. Let me divert a bit, right? It's not, oh, I'm here. It's more like, oh, you tag the people that actually went to speak or some of the speakers that spoke as well. So that's why when you go for events, you listen out for what their names are. And it's a case of, oh, I like the points XYZ spoke. You tag them. Because even them too, they feel good. Like, okay, somebody was even listening to what I was saying. That way, even a recruiter that wants to recruit you can see that 1, you're outspoken. 2, you go out and you listen. 3, you're open to networking. It is very important. And these are things that piles up for when next you want to have a promotion conversation with your manager. I'll stop there. So these are the things that we do in our community. So do a lot of how to even, put yourself and put your fine feet forward. In case, in terms of a job, in terms of an application, in terms of how to even speak. So we do a number of all of this. And one of the things that we like to say, we pride ourselves, is nobody does community like we do. Now, I said it somewhere and I was very corrected, like, oh, what do you mean? Compared to XYZ, I'm like, no, please don't compare us to those top giants. I am talking of my own competition. And of course, I can't name their names, but if you know what ALX's competition, you know what I'm referring to, a number of them, they don't do community like we do. We do a lot of community events, right? So we do in-person events, whenever our learners are having a graduation, we actually celebrate them because our tagline is do hard things. Yes, it is do hard things because we know it's hard, we know it's not easy. So whenever they actually finish their, when they graduate, we do a number, we sort of celebrate them and we let them know, we acknowledge their efforts as well. We do a number of hybrid expert sessions, which I just mentioned. Games hangouts, we do that as well, whether it's online or in person, because again, we want everyone to meet each other. Have you ever met a software developer that just only knows how to code? But when you ask him what is he coding, he really can't explain. You've not met them. Have you met them before? Can I say a show of hands? Okay, right. So what we do here is more of that community because we want you as a core tech person, if that's the program that you go for or the other type of the program, we want you to be able to open your mouth and speak and actually say things that connect to what people understand. And you're not just saying, I just coded. I don't need to stand in front of anyone. No. That is what will stand you out as an outliner when you actually know how to code and you also know how to present as well. So we do a number of these things just to engage. Of course, community service, we give back. We do a number of meet and greets. Meet and network. One of the meet and network was where Nine Mobile saw an opportunity and actually sponsored and plugged in with us. So we do a number of these things. And what they did was, we have another program called ALX Ventures, right? And then what we do at that particular program is we help people that have business ideas and they want to launch it upwards. We actually just make sure that you have that help. You get that 12 weeks classes or that 12 weeks online training through the Founders Academy. And then there's so many things that happen there. So Nine Mobile decided to have something with us called Pitch Your Business. And they got some of our learners and our fellows. Fellows are those that have finished our programs and got our fellows to pitch their business. The top 3 actually won grants that they didn't have to pay back. Basically, at the end of that event, they were just transferring the money to them. It was so successful that they came back again in March. We're still in March, right? Yeah, March. For International Women's Day, and that was just a women-only pitch your business. The point I'm trying to make is, because we do a number of activities for our community members, we know you're learning, but we also understand that there are also other areas that you also need to get better in. And then, these brands see these opportunities and they basically just plug in. Now, the entrepreneurship part that I was mentioning is where we have ALX Ventures, where you launch, accelerate, and we fund early startup. And to be honest, every business idea is a startup. So please, whenever you hear that word startup, don't let it scare you that, it means that I have to have an app, I have to do this. No. As long as you have a business plan, it is still a startup, right? And I know there are some businesses, even us ALX, we still call ourselves startups. But if you have that idea, and you're ready to, and you're sure that it is something that would definitely give a solution to a problem. I mean, if anybody can create a solution to avoid Lagos traffic, please, by all means, register for ALX Ventures so that we don't have to spend 4 hours inside Lagos traffic. It would be so great. So at ALX Ventures, you can launch and accelerate, and of course, you get funding because after the training for 12 weeks online, again, only open to 18 to 34. There's a challenge that people get engaged in, and then whoever wins gets some form of funding that they don't have to pay back. The other part of the entrepreneurship journey is the Future List. That is almost like your Oscar of businesses. So for all the businesses that we know across the African continent, we bring them together and get them to actually stand or be staged or pitch to investors that will most likely invest in their business as well. A bit of like, what's that thing called? I don't know. Those things that program where the businesses stand and then they give them money. Eh? No, it's not elevator picture. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. See, I walk a lot. I don't watch so much TV. But yes, that's just something like what happens at Future List. And of course, SAN Technologies, which is like our own umbrella organization anyway. Once you're able to pass through those 2 first phases, we actually offer that consulting service as well. Because we have a number of people that have finished our program, we have their pool. So if your business, of course, passes the Future List, you can then definitely hire from the pool of people that we also have as well. That's what we do to support entrepreneurship. Next slide, please. Same thing I talked about. So you have the Founders Academy, which is usually the first part. Then you have the accelerator, and then you have the venture capital, which is just for any businesses support. Next slide, please. Yes, our current programs. What programs do we have? Okay, this fine lady's been talking since morning. What exactly are we here for? These are the current programs that we have at ALX for 2024. So if you've ever heard of ALX before, you notice that you probably heard of us through our VA programs or our FA programs. It's not on this slide. And the reason for that is because every year, ALX always does a research to find out what exactly is the skills demand in the corporate world, what exactly is the tech skills demand in industries. So we make sure we update our portfolio to reflect that. So this year, our programs have changed, and number 1 is really why we are here. So that should have even been in orange, that convenient orange. AI Career Essentials. AI is artificial intelligence. It's a word that I feel like has been thrown around so much these days, and sometimes people even say it, and I don't even think they even know what they're actually referring to. So you would find that out in a minute. Foster will be able to walk us through very basic foundation of what to expect when you get into our artificial intelligence program. That is why we're here. It's a short course just for 6 weeks. It is totally free. You don't have to pay any penny at all, but you just need to make sure that you're within the ages of 18 to 34. And if you want to make sure you apply today or you have any questions, like I mentioned, the nursing mothers room, there are people there, there's a team there that can answer your questions. Or if you feel like you want to start your application now and maybe this might be a bit distracting for you, we've made some spaces there and you can just go and finish your application there. Okay, then the next thing, of course, is the ALX Ventures Academy. 3 months, remember the one that I mentioned that supports businesses and that helps you to know how to create a template, create a business plan and all of that. Again, that is all our programs are online. If you just feel like you want to come to the hub, you're welcome, but you don't have to, because we understand that. So that's for 3 months. Then the other programs that we have, you see that they're all 5 months, 6 months. Those are the programs that, of course, that are not really intensive, but they're actually the real deal. Now, remember when I mentioned that one of the reasons why we don't have facilitators, because I think a lot of, I don't know, I think it's a Nigerian thing anyway. A lot of Nigerians like to see a teacher, like a teacher has to be standing in front of me. If a teacher is not in front of me and I'm seeing him and he's seeing me, he's not learning. Okay. But all of our programs are actually online. But the thing is, when you do struggle, and you feel like you don't know what you need to do. Remember when I talked about the peer learning? You need to be able to know how to reach out to other people and ask for help. There is a large community of over 120,000 community members just in Nigeria alone that are there to support you, as well as your cluster lead or your program leads as well. So there's never a time to feel like, oh, it's just me, my laptop, and ALX against the world, or, against ALX. It's never like that. As long as you come out and you engage with a number of activities that we do, then you would definitely meet other people as well that have finished our program and that you can get support from. So the tech programs, we call them the tech programs, and that's your Explore AI Data Analytics, your front-end web development, and your back-end, which used to be 12 months before. If you know of ALX, you know that used to be 12 months before, but now we've changed that to 6 months because a lot of people never used to just finish. Then we have Salesforce. Salesforce Administrator is not a sales tool. We had that issue a lot because people used to think it was a sales tool. No, it's actually a CRM platform. It's used more in the westernized part of the world. CRM platform is also your customer relationship management. So basically, marketing automation. How you monitor people coming into your funnel. I'm about to go into marketing 101, but basically, how do people come into your funnel? How did this customer come in to know about your business? What links did they click on? Have you sent them an email? Are they a cold lead? Are they a warm lead? What exactly are they? That is what Salesforce Administrator is. And then the cloud computing. So I'm sure we've all heard of cybersecurity. Cybersecurity, cloud architects, cloud solution, all of that are born out of cloud computing, and that's from AWS. So all of this other program from number 3 to 6 definitely require an admin fee. And if you want more details on that, please just go to our website, alxafrica.ng, or ask from any of my colleagues at the back. So, of course, admin fee is always required upon, acceptance. It's not before we accept you. It is once we've accepted, I can't speak, sorry. We've accepted you and you have passed the assessment criteria as well, then you get the link. And it's when you confirm that you're even ready to pay, you get the link. So it's not a problem. But number 1 is why we are here. That one, you don't have to pay anything. That one is free. There's no admin fee. It's just 6 weeks and it's online and it's all about AI career essentials. Next slide, please. Okay, so we get to testimonial. Remember when I said that, so that I don't talk too much and it doesn't really look like we're just selling and we're the ones selling. So what I'm going to do is, I believe there is a video that would definitely play. I would let that video play and then I will bring up Esther, I think. Esther and Good News. Esther and Goodness. You probably might need to get another mic from the back. And then we'll just walk, it's just going to be very quick. So you can just hear their experience and then hear them share what their learning journey is. But I believe the next slide should be a video, correct?
My name is Ania Kochikodidi. I'm 19 years old. I just completed the ALX AWS Tech Track. After secondary school, at 17, I didn't get an admission immediately. So I decided to do something that my future self forever thanked me for. I joined Tech Twitter. Someone introduced me to ALX. I decided to give it a trial, and it was my 2023 best decision. I can go on and on for more than 24 hours on how ALX has impacted on my growth. First of all, we did the ALX foundations, where we learned about our core values. We talked about courage, humility. We learned interpersonal development, where we learned that it's not just about our tech skills. We also have to have a good relationship with our workers, people at work, learn how to improve on the trend when it comes to AI, communicate properly. And then the 3 M's: morning pages, meditation, and movement, which has really set me up for life because when you meditate, these 3 M's have a lot of advantages. So ALX is a 10. The core value I picked up upon joining ALX was resilience. I never give up. No matter how hard it gets, I find my way out. And I know when to ask for help to get things done. The projects I'm forever proud of are the AWS Solutions Architects project. During the program, we were given a lot of challenge labs, guided labs, a capstone project that would, upon completion, you get a voucher to write your exam. I was so afraid that I couldn't complete it, but with the help of team collaboration and resilience, I scaled through. During the program, one of the challenges I encountered was falling sick during the exam week. And this was because I was having a lot of anxiety issues and I wasn't having enough time to rest. How did I overcome this problem? I spoke to my peers about it. We had a meeting. We all talked about our challenges. They talked about theirs too. I talked about mine. We found actionable solutions to the problem, and that was it. I became very fine. With everything I've learned so far in my tech journey, I see myself being a major contributor to the world of AWS. I see myself building highly scalable. My favorite moment at the hub was during the Find My Place program. I learned more about the tech community. I found out about more people in my tech program, and I had fun. Every young person out there waiting to get into school, my advice would be join the ALX program. Try to stand out in all you do. Don't settle for less and try to be the best. One of the best feelings I've had so far was seeing my results. It was really amazing. It helped me to confirm that hard work pays. Nothing beats the feeling of knowing that I'm an ALX fellow and an AWS certified solutions architect. Ta-da! I am a tech evangelist. So you can have that feeling too. Join ALX now.
All right, so Chika is one story out of a lot of other beautiful, beautiful stories, right? So one of the things that stand out, especially for Chika's story, was when she joined ALX. Remember that I said we're from 18 to 34. So rather than waiting for admission, so in case you have any of your nephews or nieces that are just at home not doing anything, rather than waiting for admission and just staying at home and waiting, she decided to take the ALX program. So by the time she even took the ALX program and she was done with our certification and exams and all of that, the admission came through. And then it was almost like, the 7th month she was done, admission came through at the end of the month, and she went back to school. So imagine someone such as her that is a certified tech person that is going back to uni. She's not literally the same as any of her mates in class, right? And even when she finishes uni, they're almost not for anything, but they're almost not going to be on the same level because she almost has the upper hand. I mean, I'm sure there are a couple of us that have heard of stories of people that did degree in agriculture, now they are working in creatives, or they did degree in something else, they are now in tech, right? So imagine being able to start off with tech, because that is what you understand it to be as. It almost guides and streamlines your thought as well. Not to talk too much on that, there was something that she mentioned and I felt that I forgot to mention that as well. So for all of our programs, our certifications are recognized globally. So in case maybe, you are waiting for your student visa or relocation visa, whichever one it is, as long as you take your program or start your application here, and you're on any of our programs from Nigeria soil or from Africa soil, it is okay to continue. It's an online program. You don't have to be in Nigeria to finish it. The other thing also that she had mentioned, which, prompts my memory also, was for all of our programs, there's an exam to be written. So most of the programs that are out there these days, they are usually certification of participation, or thank you for attending, or certification of attendance. No. That is not how our own programs are. The 5 months, the other programs that were from like, what's called number 3 to the number 6 that was on the slide before, you actually write examinations, because that is when you become certified. And that is when, imagine taking a certification of AWS, cloud computing, or certification of data analytics from Explore AI, which is a data AI company in South Africa. Or, I don't know, has anybody heard of Explore AI before? No, okay, it's fine. It's a data AI company based out of Johannesburg, and they're the ones that own our syllabus. They build the content. Or also Salesforce administrator as well, which is also from Salesforce. It's not a watered down, or it's somebody that is experienced in Salesforce that is coming to teach you. The same thing for our software engineering programs. It comes from Oberton. Oberton is a California, Silicon Valley software school. It's actually a software school that has campuses in America and also campuses in Paris. So those are the certificates that people get from our programs, and then it enables them to actually work in any organization that they want to around the world. I wanted to mention that. Okay, without further ado, so that I leave your front and then Foster can come, I want to call, Victoria, do you have a mic? Who has a mic? Okay, Victoria, come. So I'm going to ask Victoria to come. Just a quick chat. We don't need to sit down. It's fine. Just about 2 minutes, 3 minutes. A round of applause for Victoria. Hey, you're about to explain. Victory. I'm very bad with names. She corrected me. Victory. Okay. Okay, I will just remember now. I don't even think I said my own name. But Pastor Maiwa said my name. My name is Shion. I'm sorry. I'm the country marketing manager for ALX. I am sorry. I'm sorry. I just remembered now that I didn't even say my name. Okay. Victory. Tell us about the program that you're on, or that you finished from ALX.
Okay, my name is Victoria Dianosen. I am a current ALX learner with data science. I'm not done, I'm still learning. It's been interesting so far. I mean, when I started, I thought I knew something, because before joining ALX, I had taken courses with Udemy, Harvard's CS50, and so I was like, okay, great, it wouldn't be so hard. But Explore AI and ALX will break down the walls of what you think you knew, and will teach you heavy stuff, right? But the great thing is you are able to learn, you are able to accelerate fast, because you have community. There are always people to talk to. If you cannot reach out to someone who's your peer, you can always reach out to Shion. Shion is country manager, but you can always reach her and she would give you the direction that you need. So starting out in foundations, learning soft skills, learning how to manage people. I mean, before Explore AI, before ALX, before the data science study, I was in customer service and people management. I mean, talking to people every day. But with ALX and the foundations and the knowledge I got with foundations, it's transformed what I thought I knew, right, to help me better. Every day there's something new to learn. Every day there's something more interesting. So it's been an amazing journey so far.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it's fine. Esther, let's have you. So data science is a 13-month program. That's one of the longest programs. I don't know anybody who did that, but yes. So you've been on it since May, right? May last year. Yeah. Hi, Esther.
Hi, Sharon.
Sorry, our voice too is gone. We're all at Enugu, preaching ALX as well. Okay, go on. Introduce and share your experience.
Okay. Good morning, everybody. My name is Esther Chineme, but you can call me Wendy Bana. Thank you very much. Okay, so I'm a fellow from ALX Nigeria. I did data analytics. what's a fellow? When you've graduated from a particular course or program from ALX, you're being called a fellow. And we have what's called a community. Now, before I got into ALX, I was searching for a job, and my sister was like, I did software engineering. You can go for data analytics. And she sent me the link, and I was like, okay, let's do this. So doing the application and everything, in my head, I'm like, hey, what's all these plenty questions that these people are asking me? But ALX said something. They said, oh, would hold your hands through, like would carry you along. If you're having issues, send us a message, we'll respond to that and all of that. And they did. And then I got into the program. We had Karibu, and Karibu means welcome. And it wasn't just welcome by saying, they did it. They actually showed the welcome, because there are some times when you have issues and you're like, who do I talk to? And someone is like, hey, hi, Esther, are you doing okay today? I'm like, no, I'm not doing okay. And, oh, what's the issue? And they put you through, like they carry you along and all of that. So that's what ALX is about. My journey in data analytics was actually very stressful. Like ALX said, you would do hard things. And we really did hard things, to the point that everybody was being confused, like we have not started the job, but this hard things is very, very hard. But ALX was there, and even during the whole hard things and everything, they'll be like, okay, you guys have done enough hard things. Come, let us see a movie. Close your laptop, please. You people are. So there was all of that. And how has data analytics helped me so far? During the program, I got a call from a foreign company, and they said, oh, do you know how to do ERP research? I was like, oh yes, we've actually done something research during the foundations, and I took up the job. I did it for the first 1 month, and the owner of the company was like, okay, let's have a meeting. And during the meeting, he was like, I saw your feedback. I saw your analytics. Are you a data analyst? I was like, no, I'm still learning, but I would say I'm a researcher. He was like, okay, I want you to analyze this data for me, which I did. And I also got more contracts from that company. So I want to say, ALX actually makes you job ready. We also have CV workshops where a lot of people are testifying, oh, I got a job because of this workshop. So it's not just about your tech track. You're going to have soft skills. You're going to learn about that. You're going to teach you data security, ethics in data. We see a lot of data analysts there. Oh, I'm a data analyst, but you don't know about data security. And tomorrow they're arresting somebody because apparently you showed the world a data that the world is not supposed to know. But with ALX, they teach you ABC of data. Like Victoria said, they will break you down. They would, you see the data you thought you knew before, when you come to ALX, you would do projects, real life projects. I think we even had to do one on for a particular country, and believe me, it wasn't easy at all, but it actually prepared me for the real world. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so I'll take just those two for now, and then Foster, are you ready? Okay, and then we'll hand it over to Foster, who's going to take us through the basic, very soft, like almost softer landing on the artificial intelligence career essentials. So again, like remember that I said we usually don't have facilitators in any of our programs because they're fully online. But for this purpose, Pastor Wale did ask that we should just at least come and show or have a demo, a very short workshop just for the TCN members on what to expect on the AI program. So can we clap for Pastor Wale for this? Because this is not something we do. So I'm going to hand it over to Foster, just to give you a brief introduction to who Foster is as well. Foster is completed software engineering, the 12-month one, full stack one. In what year was that? 2022. And then, of course, because it's a lifelong learning thing. We don't promise job. Let me just be clear on that. We don't promise job, but we usually promise that by the time you're done with an ALX program, you will be job ready. In terms of saying that you would know the right things to say, you would even know how to apply for jobs and be able to ace interviews. So Foster was very useful and was very productive. And then, of course, he's now a learner coordinator at one of our hubs, and now he's also on the AI program, the AIC program. So he's going to walk us through again basics basic, very basic. So this, I mean, anyone that is over the age of 34 or less than the age of 18, this is just like almost an expo into what everybody else learns. While he's doing his demo and he's doing and he's running us through the workshop, if you need to apply for the programs, if you need to ask any questions, we'll be right at the Nursing Mothers room, and then you can just come and ask us any questions as well. We also have something fun so that you can remember that you saw us today and you came. We have a photo booth. Please take pictures. They will be sent to you as well, so you can post, you can do all of that, and just remember that ALX was at TCN today. Thank you very much for your time. I hand you over to Foster.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. Good morning. Let me be sure. I want to look at the time to make sure it's still morning. Good morning, guys. So, as Seun said, because there's one thing she said that I wanted to talk about also, because many of us, we have that fear, okay, I did a degree in medicine, I don't need to go into tech, but then tech is there for everything, actually. So to just break that is that my degree was in accounting, funny as that, and now I'm a software engineer. Well, so it doesn't matter, now I can decide to, okay, let me write programs that does my accounting things and all that. So you can come into tech and do whatever you want to do. But for today, let me just give us basics of the AI for the AI Career Essentials. So I want us to make this an interactive session, which means as we're talking, you can decide to disagree with me, because I know that lots of disagreements when we talk about AI, right? So I'll be here just to talk, but then you can decide to disagree with me and correct me, right? Thank you very much. So first of all, sorry, let's pull up the slide. Thank you. So the program is about, earlier Seun talked about the VA and FA. So those things, those VA program have been merged into the AI Career Essentials, which means anything those people learned then, you still have them here. Those soft skills, how to respond to emails, but this time now, you learn how to write your emails, how to respond to emails, and also how to use AI to make it easy for you. I know most of us will be like, okay, AI is here to replace our jobs, AI is here to make people jobless, but then AI is here to replace those that don't know how to use it. It replaces those that don't know how to make them. So AI still depends on all of us. If we don't use AI, no one does. But then, if you use, let's say, 30 minutes to send an email, one email, with AI, all you need to do is tell you what to do. You can do that in just 5 minutes. All you need to do is generate the email for you. You read through it, make your corrections, and you send it out. So AI is not here to replace anyone. So it's here to replace those that don't know how to use it, because if I own a company now and I want to employ someone, and then let's say now we have 2 persons here, and then one of them, I give them emails to send, and one of them was able to send, for example, 10 emails in 10 minutes, and the other is telling me that it will take me 3 days to prepare the 10 emails and send it. Who do you think I should keep working with? The first guy. That is because he's more efficient, because he knows tools to use to do whatever they want to do, right? Sorry. So I just run down. So the AI stands for AI. The S program stands for AI Career Essentials, which I've been explaining to you now. So it helps you with your jobs. It helps you make those those tasks that takes you a long time to do. So in this program now, we teach you different AI, how to use them, and how to do many other things, not just how to use AI. You learn a lot from this program. Sorry, next slide. Okay, I already talked about the myth about AI. Like, for example, people saying AI will replace most of us. AI will do this, AI will do that. But then, one of the reasons why I entered into tech is that I want those machines, those things that people say, okay, they will do our jobs. I want them to depend on me. That if I don't create them, they don't do anything. If I don't use them, they don't do anything. So, yes, I can just be an accountant, be at the bank, just keep writing debit and credit. I don't want to do that anymore. Yes, now in the banks now, there are softwares, there are many things people use now for accounting. There are AIs that helps people do the accounting things. But those that did, for example, those that are just in the traditional way of accounting, they might not keep up. Because the new guys are able to learn about AI, how to use AI. In minutes, they're done with their jobs. These days now, there are people that they can have 3 jobs at the same time. 2 of them, they use AI to automate everything, and then the other one is their full-time job. People do that. So, yes, we'll talk about prompt engineering and all that. So, these are, go back. Don't worry. No. I mean forward, where you list the AIs. Thank you. So, these are the just few of them that you're going to learn in this program. Yes, it looks too much for 6 weeks, right? But trust me, you are going to have a hands-on experience with all these things. So we can see the big one there. I believe many of us have heard about ChatGPT, right? So how many of us have used ChatGPT to do something? Awesome. So here now you see lots of AI. Yes, some of them are not AI. For example, Zoom. Zoom is just for meetings. Yeah, we know that. But Zoom has AIs in them, those that will help you to take your meeting notes. So, for example, now there are many of them too, other AIs like the Copilot. You might not be able to attend a meeting, or maybe something is happening, you're not paying attention. That will help you to take your meeting notes, send it to your email, and then later you can decide to read through it and all that. So, many of them, you have the Todoist. Yeah, many of us have issues of planning our and she knows what to do. She did that and she took the money. So that is just that. So next slide. Because we can't walk through all the AI you are seeing here. Yeah, sorry, next one. Okay. So first of all, we start with what is artificial intelligence? Yeah. So artificial intelligence, let me just put it this way now. It's like simulation of human intelligence processed by machine. So, yes, AI it will do some things that we do, but then we still train that AI. So it does those things as we have used ChatGPT now. So you can tell ChatGPT now to write email for you, tell it kind of email you want. So it thinks like us. But doesn't mean it thinks like us like that, but it's still what the data we give to ChatGPT. So it's just a computer program. It can be a computer program. And I know we do here AI. We also slow it down to just a computer program. There are robots. We have robots. The artificial intelligence. So it's not just the software like ChatGPT. So AI have different types, right? But then we just look at the software computer programs. So the AI, they try to solve our tasks according to what was given to them. So which means it depends on us, just as I said earlier. Next slide. Okay, so let's look at brief history, because I know here in Africa, let me use Africa, we started hiring more of AI since ChatGPT came out, right? But do we know we have been using AI before then? Before ChatGPT came out 2022. But we have used AI before then. Who know about Google Assistant? Good. That's an AI. We have been using Google Assistant since 2014. So there have been AI since. So the next slide. So let's see. First of all, the first instance of AI was in 1950. 1950. I don't even know if my mom was born then. So first instance of AI is in 1950 by the Alan Turing, when he made the Turing test to measure the ability of machine to exhibit intelligent behavior. So that was his experiment, but then he didn't have, like, there is no name attached to it yet. Until 1956, when John McCarthy coined that word, artificial intelligence. So that is just like the birth of AI. Next slide. Okay, so we keep going down. IBM Deep Blue AI defeated World Chess Champion. Can you imagine that? So meaning now that humans trained something, and now he's doing something a little better than human. So he's a chess champion at that time, 1997. An AI that was developed defeated him. So that's to tell you what can be achieved with AI. So there are many of them, like you can see this one now. So in 2006, the term deep learning. What we mean about deep learning is, now, you know, I just talked about the voice recognition, right? So how do this AI know those words? How do they know that, okay, this word should mean this, and this after this should be this? Because sometimes we talk very fast that even we humans might not understand every single word we say. So deep learning now is that you'll be able to you have that deep, I'll call it deep set of data. Let me just put it that way, right? So you're able to have that connection between different, okay, let me put it, different brains. So in 2006 now, that came about, and then we know that, okay, we can train more things, and then you can connect together and generate something meaningful. Next slide. Okay, this is just what I just said now, that we've used AI way before we thought AI came to Nigeria. You can see 2004, Microsoft Cortana. Many of us that use our laptops must have seen Cortana. Sometimes it pops up and disturbs our work, right? Yes, it's very annoying. I hate it too. So Microsoft Cortana, which you can just talk to it. You can tell it, okay, open this thing. It does that for you and all that. I don't need much introduction about the Amazon Alexa. We watch movies, and then maybe even people like we that use social media, we can just come out, and then you see people doing, Alexa, turn on the lights. Right? So some people just do that just to show off that they don't do those things themselves. They have AI. They can just wake up and be like, okay, Alexa, please play this music by this person. And the music start playing. They keep working, right? So that's 2004. Most of us didn't know about AI until 2022, when ChatGPT came out. And then in 2023, the upgraded version of ChatGPT also came out. So that 2022 was when most of us heard about AI. But it's been there with us. We don't actually know that called AI. Next slide. Okay. So now let us look at, how does this AI learn? How do they know what to do? How do they know that, okay, if I say, how are you, they should tell me fine? How do they know if I tell to write an email that does this and does that? They know, okay, I should do this, do that. So how do they learn? How do people that is training them train them? So next slide. So the first one, supervised learning. So this learning is when when we give that AI, although they call it model, we train model. When we train those model with set of data, giving it the input, the expected input, and then the response we can give out. Then I can give the AI that, okay, once someone say, how are you? Reply fine. When someone say, how do you do? Also reply fine. Then, so we give them that set of data that, okay, if this happens, you know, many of us now might be like, we go to our Google Assistant and ask, what is your name? He will say, my name is Google Assistant, I do this, I do that, I do this, I do that. If you come the next day, he asks that same question. He gives that same answer. My name is Google Assistant, I do this, I do that, I do this. So that one, people gave him that answer that, okay, once someone asks you this question, give them this answer. So no matter, if you visit 1 million times, he can give you that same answer. So then we are giving them fixed input and output. So the next stage, next slide, unsupervised learning. So this now is when the AI finds hidden structures or relationship within the data without any guidance. So you know, earlier we tell him, okay, once you get this input, give this output. But what if, instead of asking him, what is your name, I ask, what do you identify as? You know, now, it's not the input we gave to it before. So now, you need to look at the data that was given to him, the large amount of data that was given to him. Okay, identify. He would not think, identify means, what can I introduce myself as? Okay. Then, who am I? In this data now says that, what am I identified as? In this data now said, okay, who am I? And yes, someone earlier, they gave me an input that says, if they ask you, who are you? Say Google Assistant that does that. Then it narrows it down to, okay, this is what this person is talking about. He puts things together. He goes through those data, bring those things together to make that answer that you wanted, right? So that is what it will do here. Next slide. So this is my most, the one I love the most, because I always use this to have fun sometimes. So this stage now, reinforcement learning, this is when the AI learns from its environment, right? When I say I have fun with this, is because I will use ChatGPT and tell it, okay, please, what is 1 + 1? He says 1 + 1 is 2. I will then say, no. I will start now that 1 + 1 is 1. Like, we'll start having that fight. And I will tell him, okay, no, now tell me that 1 + 1 is 1. That is what I want. That is what you should tell me. And if you insist, it will give you, okay, that's what you want to be. Fine. So then now he's learning from you. I have a friend, he always say that sometimes he asks ChatGPT some complex question that is not giving him the answer he wants. Then he will make more research, get the answer, come back to ChatGPT and tell him that the question I asked you, this was the answer, but you gave me this. ChatGPT will be like, I apologize. Right? Many of us have seen that, right? You apologize that, no, okay, sorry, I made mistake. That now is learning from you. So you now have tell him that what you did is wrong. So that is why in this now you can see is in form of reward and penalties. So when he gives you that answer, you tell him, thank you very much, this works. You'll be like, yes, this is the answer to this. Anytime I see this question, this is the answer. It learns that. So when you come back and tell him that, why are you giving me wrong answer? This is the correct one. You apologize and then add that to his own set of data that, okay, next time someone asks me this, I'm going to give this response to. So that is about it. That is how AI learn. And that way, it keep improving, keep learning. So, as I said, it always depends on us to use it and to teach it and to make it. Right? Okay, next slide. Okay, let's look at prompts. I believe we've all been asking ChatGPT questions. I don't know why I keep using ChatGPT. There are many millions of, like thousands of AIs out there, but I think that is the most popular one for us to use, right? So we keep asking ChatGPT questions. So those things are called prompts. Prompts. So prompts are predefined inputs or questions that are used to guide model in generating outputs. So, now we've looked at some things. Okay, you can say, okay, write an AI to Pastor Mayowa, telling him that I'll be early to church on Sunday, that I want to play the keyboard on Sunday. Just an example. So, you've given him all you need in your email. So what the AI will now do is go with your prompt. It's called prompt. That input you just gave to it, and then generate whatever you want. So all you need to do now is just proofread to make sure every single thing is how you want it to be, and then send. So that will just take you like 2 minutes. All you need to do is to write your prompt properly, because sometimes too, why AI might not give us that answer we want is because we did not organize our prompts very well. So it looks at keyword. I think we've talked about unsupervised learning. It looks at those keywords. Oh, I think I have something concerning email. Okay, that means what I should do should be of this structure. So those keywords are very, very important. If you are creating a prompt for an email, tell it this is the email and this is what I want to use to do. And you can also tell it that this is how I want it to look like. So that is what prompts are, right? So after this now, we are going to run some demo. We are going to just try to AI because of time. Try to AI, and which the popular one, we have to try the popular one we've been using here since, which is ChatGPT. And we are going to ask ChatGPT to do something, and then we'll change our prompt again to do that same thing. We'll see how the response changes, right? So the next one will be our demo. Yeah. Sorry, let's the screen come up. Okay. You can even see now, they are giving us some examples of what you can do. We can ask you to write an email. So let's just try that. Let's ask ChatGPT to just write an email to my boss. Okay. Okay, let's go to the top now. I want us to look at something. You see this email now? He said, update on project progress. Do we tell it to do anything? Because our prompt is not well organized. So we just ask it, write an email to my boss. Okay, he knows, okay, I should refer this email to a boss. So he can see here, say, dear boss, right? Yes, he's doing what you bought. This is not what you want your email to do. We haven't even asked him to do anything. We just ask to write an email to your boss. He will give you. That's what you want. But then it will generate what he thinks, what he wants to do. So if you now want to write an email to your boss to request an absence, maybe, for example, for a week. Now, let's change our prompt now. Write an email to my boss to request to request 1 week leave. Just let's use 1 week leave, yes. Yeah. So you see now, let's go to the top again. Our email now is tailored to what we actually want. So we are writing to formally request a 1 week leave of absence from. Now it gives you that space. Just what you need now is just put in your date to this date, and you are fine. So in just split second now, I have this email. All I need to do now is copy this, go to my Gmail, paste and make my edit. Yes, we have ChatGPT, but then these days are AIs everywhere. Even your Gmail now have AI. You can go to your Gmail and then ask your Gmail to write an email that does this, that does that. It generates that there. So Google is doing a lot too. We have Bard. How many of us heard of Bard? Yeah, Bard came out then, and people were like, bad is we might replace ChatGPT. But all of a sudden, you see ChatGPT keep standing strong. Nothing is happening. Many of us didn't even hear about the bad and all that. So it just went down. So we have bad, and then recently, many of us must have noticed on our phones, we are using Android phones, your Google Assistant changed to Gemini. Who noticed that? Yeah, it's changed to Gemini. So it's as if there was an update in what we have already. So Google Assistant, okay, that one is just rigid in what it does before. So they had to make an improvement on the Google Assistant. So, okay, thank you. So just like your Gemini now is now in your Google Docs, your Google Sheets. So for example, if you want to write a document about something, like I was even joking one day. I said, okay, let me just write music. Let me ask this Gemini to write music. I was just on my I wanted to write something important for my work, but I need to play. So I asked Gemini, okay, please write a music about Earth, putting this, and this. It gave me 4 verses, 1 chorus, and 2 hook. 4 verses, 1 chorus, and 2 hook. So now I have 4 verses, and I decide, okay, let me use 2 verses. Okay, these 2 make sense. Let me go with this, and then just 2 hooks, and then the chorus. I can come out now, memorize what I want to. I will storm the studio, and the musician. I'm the next musician now. I don't care. You guys, I don't care if I'm writing from my head. Concern you. If you like, it concern you. So that's the thing. So the main thing now is, that's why this AI is essential now. You learn all these things, and also because one of the projects we did, one of the tasks we did was about cleaning up data. It was very, very funny, because I thought, okay, this AI essential might just be for let's just learn AI all through. But then we were given data. You should calculate this, draw a chart, draw a pie chart of that data. I was like, am I in the right place? I thought we are here for AI career essential, and you are teaching me something in addition to what. So all those things now, why it's giving you those things is, you do it yourself, or then use AI to do it. Right? So we're having that 2 ways experience. So first of all, you would ask you, okay, write an email that does this. There is one company, my colleague doing the AI career essential always say, they'll be like, he said this our imaginary company that we are doing here. So in AI essential, they said, okay, you have a company called VAC AI, called WADA, and then you are trying to build a solution called VAC AI, which people can use to plan their vacation. So it's just a simulation, though. So it's not that it exists. You're just trying to use it to learn, right? So soon it will be like, okay, write an email to your co-workers, to your boss, explaining to him that the delays for the launch of the project is due to this, and this. Then you will ask, write that email yourself. The first time, write that email yourself, and then maybe the next module you will now say, okay, use this AI. That is where those AIs you saw earlier came out from. So it asks you, okay, use this AI now to write that same email, and then tell me how long it took you to write that email, and then how long it took you to use AI to write that email. Then you see the difference. Also, when I talk about Todoist, then I saw one of the tasks. I did one of the tasks that, okay, think about your project, what you have to do that day. Write them down. Put them down somewhere, and then tell me how long it takes you to do that, or use Todoist to do that. So that kind of thing, we are having that, at least doing it ourselves. We are learning how to do it ourselves. To give you how to construct your email properly. You're learning that. And then you're also learning how to use your AI to do that also. Right? So sometimes I will be like, I thought I'm just here. I thought I'm just here for you to tell me how to use AI. How come you are teaching me how to clean data? You are telling me, okay, clean this data, remove duplicates, count the number of employees we have. Like, you are learning those formulas that data analysis are learning. At least those basic ones, data analysts are learning. In those formula, okay, you can just use this formula to count the number of people in this data and all that. So, after the AI Career Essential, you can even this virtual assistant now can be a virtual assistant. One, you have that role, and then two, just your personal use alone. There are many things you do day to day that instead of you doing that in how many minutes? Okay, let me just tell us this now. Even for preparing for this particular class, this particular session now, I have to even go to ChatGPT now to tell him, okay, if you are if you want to talk to new persons, like some people you have not seen before, how do you think I can go in? So I love playing with AI. Like, it's fun. I don't know if you guys do that, but I kind of enjoy it. I like doing those funny things to see what it will tell me. Like, as I said, now the day I was fighting with it about 1 + 1. So even the other day I was telling him, okay, I work for ALX. He said, oh, that is awesome. You work for ALX. Then I left that chat. The next day I came back, I asked on that particular chat, when I talk about chat, pull up the demo again, please. Okay, when we talk about chat now, I mean this now. You look by the left side. So left side at the top, chat, just this now. This now is tailored to what we want to do. Yes, you can ask other questions in this particular one, but it's actually nice for you to organize what you're doing. So you can decide at the top. Sorry, close to new chats. Yeah, click on that. So we can create a new one. Can just ask him to do anything. Okay, just click on the plan a trip. Click on plan a trip. Okay, yes, anyone you want, yeah. Okay. Now we have a fresh one. So I did that in a particular chat. I asked him, okay, I work for ALX. ALX is this, ALX is that. The next day I came to that chat. I then asked him, where do I work? He gave me he said, according to you. He said, according to what you told me, according to you, you work at ALX and ALX is this, ALX. So that's the thing. That is just that about, like, I always have fun with it. It's cool for us because the more you try those things, the more you learn, the more you know how to tailor your things down to what you need. Yeah, so I want us to try one more AI. Let's go to AI image generator. Okay. Sorry, they run ads. So we have ads at the top. So recently now, I know most of us, there is this one I always see on Facebook sometimes. I'm not on TikTok, but I think maybe they fetch it from TikTok. So you see a guy, he's not moving, just his lips moving. He'll be telling you stories, maybe saying something and all that. So looking at that, you know that this is not human. Those are AI generated. So what the person just did is choose the face he wants, give his story, which that story he's giving might be generated by AI too. Give his story to that and tell the story. So all you need to do is just record. The AI will just be there, only lips moving. Maybe the highest movement you might see is just this, and then they blink. That's all. So now these days we do have many images, too many images online. Many of them are not generated by. It's not pictures we have. They're not pictures. So they are actually AI generated. So we want to look at one of them, one of these that like lots of them you can use. Look at one of them and how we can do that. So for this one, I want one of us to just give me something, what kind of image you want us to generate. Anyone? Yeah? What do you say? A dog and a shark. All right, write that. A dog and a shark. Dog. Yeah. A shark, yeah. So the next thing now is to select how we want it to look like. Yes, you can select the bear, yeah. And then generate. Wait, it's coming. Okay, scroll down. Sorry, they now generate. It's coming up. Okay, scroll up. Let's see. So you want 2 in 1, right? Here you have 2 in 1 dog and a shark. Is that fine for you? So you can see now, you can generate different, you can see the first one there, it's just like a paint. So you can generate images just like a paint. There are many of them that does this same thing. Many of them, one of them is this runway ML and all that. So there are many, this thing. And there is one I saw one day, and I believe we do see that too. Like you give it your image, and then to make a kind of a drawing, or maybe like generate another image from your image, from your pictures. Yeah, it's not like an avatar. Yes, an avatar from your image. So that lots of them there. A lot of them. Some of them is just, as I said now, the one you give it a text and it generates a video for you. So, but then we'll be losing out of all this, everything now, if maybe we don't learn how to use this AI. And as I said now, there is this prompt engineering now. So doing the AI Career Essential, I think the first part of it was like, okay, write an email to your boss to do this for this particular thing. Then you are given a prompt. So all you need to do is just edit that prompt, take this out and put this, take this out and put this, and then put it to the AI, and then compare what you have. So prompt engineering is very, very important, like being able to give it that particular thing. As I said, now it works with keywords. So if you're not giving that keywords that it can use to look into his data to generate what you wanted, you might end up having the wrong thing, right? Thank you very much. And I think we can have some questions, maybe anything Are we all fine? Wow, I'm a good teacher. But that doesn't make me a good teacher, though. Because a good teacher is supposed to have questions. Okay, thank you. Sorry, do we have a mic? Okay, yeah. Come to the front. Yeah. Give to her.
Okay, good morning.
Good morning.
Just a quick question. From the slides you showed, you showed us some AI tools. Are they all free source? Are they all open source, or they're on a subscription basis?
Yeah, so many of them are open source. Yes, this now. So many of them, we know ChatGPT now, the 3.5 is totally free. But ChatGPT 4, which is the upgraded version of it, you pay for it, right? And then the Julius also is free. Grammarly is free, but then there's some there's some things it does that you have to pay for. Like, for example, like just very few of them that you have to pay for. So, but majorly they are all free. Like, I'm trying to look at anyone that I think you have to pay for here. I think almost everything here. Yeah? Everything here is free. Okay, you have another question? Does that answer your question? Let me just not jump, please. So some of them, you have to pay something for. Why most of them is free. Yeah, there are some people, yes, sometimes I'll feel like if I build my own AI, you will pay. So some people are like me, you will pay. So, yes?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Please, how won't the person you're writing the mail to discover that it is AI generated? Because about 2 months ago, Pastor was on the altar and he said some people requested for a grant. And they found out that about 20 or 30 people wrote their mails via AI. How won't the person you're sending to dictate that AI generated the mail for you.
Yes. You want me to teach you how to... Okay, I'll do that. So one thing is, I also say this, I don't know if you guys have noticed this one, is that ChatGPT, you can take something that someone answered and ask ChatGPT, did you write this? ChatGPT will say, yes, I wrote this. Right? It does that. Why is because it has data of every single response it gives out. Right? So it's able to tell you, I wrote this. So what you can do, your pastor is not around. He's not around, Abi? Okay, thank you. So what you can do is, once AI gives you those responses, don't just copy it. Don't just copy it and just paste. So make your edits. Change I'm coming to I'm on my way. Right? Yeah? You can hear that. See, he knows. So that's one that the pastor says is not AI. He's the one that submitted that one. So he said you can take it to Grammarly also. So that's the thing. I've also did something like that. Okay, I will ask ChatGPT I give it something and tell it, write this in human form. You see that same AI, yo? That same AI. So there are people that they will tell you that still AI that once you're done writing what you want to write, you can take it to this AI and then it gives you, make it, they call it humanize. I don't know what that means, but humanize what you want, right? That works, right? Thank you. You guys should not report me to your pastor, please.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Similar to the same question she asked, but thank God you've explained that already. We actually got a job one time to help someone in writing a report. So more the person stays abroad, study, people doing MBA or what have you. Probably they're too busy to write those things themselves. They send us here to help them do, right? But I also got one where it was linked with you writing the report and also I'm still an accountant, do a corporate finance job actually. You work on Excel sheet and what have you. So is there also an AI where just the same way the template is, you can see maybe a question about maybe 20 pages, 30 pages, you read so much information in each of those lines. Is there an AI where you can probably pick that Word document, place in there, give you the reports, help you also do the calculation as well without all of the whole stress. Now, why I'm saying this? Now, why I'm saying this is it's so time consuming because there's so much information on those things that require to read line by line.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know whether it can help you do some part, then you do others.
Okay, I'll say yes. There are AIs for that. So, first of all, I will give one example. I have one instead of my Chrome. Chrome is extension. So one of that AI is, if I open a YouTube, for example, now that YouTube video is up to like 1 hour, and I don't have the time for that. So I can ask that AI to summarize this video for me. It looks at that video and gives me, okay, this video is about this, about this, and this person does this, and this person does that. You can just give me just like 500 words about 1 hour video. So same thing, there are many AIs there, a lot of them. I have many of them on my Chrome. Sorry, my Chrome is AI field, right? So all I need to do is highlight. And sometimes what I do is, I might not ask AI to write my email for me. I might decide, okay, let me write this myself, and then I will highlight and say improve. Yes, then it improves my grammar. Yes, I don't know how to speak English very well. Yeah, and then I just ask AI to improve for me. So they are all there. All we need to do is know how to use them. So there are even AI for you for your calculations and all that. Yes, they are all there. Okay.
Okay, so my question is, in a situation whereby you are the one that did probably like an article by yourself,
Okay.
and you give it to AI to do it for you. And probably you are submitting it for a contest or something. One day, is there a way they will discover that it was probably AI that helped you to like do the editing and stuff like that? I don't know if
As we say, you guys want your pastor to arrest me, Abby?
no, like I'm just asking.
Yes, there is a way. Let me say it slowly, there is a way. So,
Okay, so
what you can do is, you are done writing, Abby. You ask AI to improve. Edit that improves to something again. Or take you to Grammarly, as my brother said. And there is other apps you can use too. Thank you. Please don't put me in trouble. I have questions here. Hey, this sign is telling me my time is up. My time is up. But I think we can just take maybe two more questions.
Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
So let's say I do this course with the intention to like get a job after.
Okay.
So like what kind of jobs can I apply for after doing this course?
Yeah, first of all, as I mentioned about virtual assistants, right? So there are lots of people there that sometimes they want people that can help them in doing those basic things. Sending emails, doing this, doing that, planning their time and all that. There are lots of them there. So for just these 6 weeks course, I don't know if we see, there is one that was trending on Twitter then, not quite long. So it was trending that someone, I think the guy works for something like this Shell or Chevron, I don't know, I can't remember. So, but then he was looking for a virtual assistant. He was listing the job roles, what he wants the person to do. People are not saying, are you looking for a virtual assistant or are you looking for a slave? Yeah, right? So I think it was trending there. People were just backlashing the man and all that. So there are people like that. And the man is offering $2,000. Change it to our naira now. Imagine how your life is. Like, if I have $2,000, here I will not stand though. I will sit and teach you, people will stand. Yeah.
All right. Thanks so much for this session. My question is on the background one needs to have before applying. I know that some of the feedback we've gotten online here is that ALX is serious, right? It's a serious business. So you don't want to start and then you find out that you don't have the required background and all that. So I know that I checked online and I saw that you need to know a little bit of statistics, machine learning and all that before you can do all this. For someone who is a novice, so that's my question now. So Can you just guide and give a little bit of calm to the storm in the minds? Thank you.
Yes, that storm will come now. So first of all, AI Career Essentials is so beginner friendly, right? Let me put it that way. So you don't need any background. All you need to do is know how to press your laptop. No way when I say open a Google document, you can do that. No when I say open a Google Sheet, you can do that. That is all. Know how to press your laptop. Have a laptop. As Sheon said, and let me just say as Sheon said, we have hubs. So just in case of lights, internet, yes, we are in Nigeria. We know how everything is. So you don't need background knowledge. So other programs, your data analysis, like data analysis or data science, that machine learning you just said now is what you'll be taught. So why are you having machine learning? So because it's part of the curriculum. It's part of what you're going to do. So all you need to do is know how to press your laptop and be willing to learn. Yes, some persons will be like, okay, maybe this, as we know, life happens, right? Maybe this week you're unable to meet up. But then, do you have that resilience to go again, finish up when you're lagging behind, continue, meet people for help and all that? ALS program is a big deal. Yes, it's a big deal. And when you graduate, you know it's a big deal. Like these days, when I come out to talk to other software engineers, I find out this person just know how to write code, Jerry. Right? So, but then, doing ALX software engineering, I'm learning that what is actually going on. I'm not just learning syntax. So that's the thing. So, you don't need to be a professor. No. Just come. Right? I know Shehu is here to chase me away. I'm going.
Well done. Thank you. Thank you, Foster. Okay, so did anybody find that valuable? Yeah? Okay, that's good. Okay, so we always like to get feedback a lot because we want to know if you'd rather have been on bed and not even come out at all, and what are all these things that people are saying. We usually like to get feedback, so please scan that, or you can use the link just at the top there and give us your feedback. And then, of course, if you have more questions, please, you can add it to the feedback form, and we definitely would answer you by replying with a text message as well. Also, make sure you're following us on Instagram. We have a WhatsApp channel, and also on TikTok, and then on YouTube. You can also watch a number of testimonial videos. You can also watch a number of our applications as well. You can also, application open house. On Sundays, between the hours of 5 to 6, we always have a Zoom session where we talk about our applications and our programs. But if you follow us on Instagram, you'll definitely be able to get the link as well. So because of the sake of time and venue management team are waiting for us to sort of leave, wanted to just mention 3 things before we wrap up. First thing is, if you need to ask further questions or continue with your application, remember there is actually a table at the back there in the nursing model room. Please go there, and there you can even ask more questions as well. There are enough people to answer you. The second thing also is, if you, I heard that a number of people had questions about our Salesforce platform. Wait, hold on one second. Who's coming? Okay, so I'm going to get one of our fellows as well, just to come and share what he learned or his experience so far on Salesforce. And then the third thing is, while some of you are able to go to find out about the application or ask any questions, what we'll also do is I will just allow room for more answers and more questions. So please, media, if you can just help us put the timer to 10 minutes so that we are conscious of the 10 minutes, and then we can sort of wrap up as well. All right, over to you.
Thank you, Madam Shehu. I'm Badero Anthony, and I would like to give you a walkthrough what Salesforce actually does. Now, a lot of people must have heard of what they call CRM. How many people knows what a CRM is? Yeah, can we chorus the answer together? Customer relationship management. So it's simple, it's that simple. What you do is you actually get your client, the investors, an entrepreneur, and the workers, everybody. You combine them together, and what do? You treat them with equal respect. I don't know if you understand. Now, this is it. A customer relationship management. Now, you come to me, you come to ALX, you say, okay, we want this, we want that. ALX has a particular set of people who is going to answer you. What are they doing? They are managing their what? Their customers. So when you're talking about Salesforce, which is a course offered in ALX, by ALX, it is actually a course that helps you to deal with your customer, not just your customer, the management together. And that's what it's all about. And I can tell you of a fact that ALX not just stops there. They also enable fellows. There's something we call, after the program, after doing the program, there's something they call fellowship. It is not the normal church fellowship. It is actually called fellows. And what it means is people that has graduated, they don't just leave you on your own. What they do is they hold your hands and they drag you. Have you done this? Have you done this? They are just like school father, school mother, school son's relationship. Do you get? They keep asking you, have you done this? Now, there's even competitions they do. They even compete. They try to make competitions so that you can even apply for job. Imagine people chasing you to apply for jobs.
There was this time they did one competition that the highest person who sends CVs on LinkedIn gets, I think it's 500,000 naira. So there are so many things you can benefit from doing all those things with ALX. And of a fact, I can tell you categorically that, not just that, I know how much, there are 2 exams we write. There are 2 exams. It is called the Associate and the Administrator exam. ALX does well by paying for both of them. I'm not going to tell you the amount, but you can browse it. Salesforce examination, know how much it is. And imagine a company paying for 2 exams for you. So I'm not going to tell you that you can come to ALX and get job. It is not constant. But I can tell you of a fact that when you come to ALX, you are not just going to be job ready. It's an habit. It's a behavior. ALX is a behavior. Like, I live it. I live ALX. I do everything with ALX. Like, I can tell you of a fact that I can be broke, and I can tell you that, yes, I'll go to ALX Up Center and I will eat at least 3 times in a week. It's not like there are times when they give free food. No.
Please, we don't give free food, though.
It's not like they give free food. But there are competitions, there are programs. And not just that, it's not like you're going to even learn only Salesforce. There's this program they also started. I think I was so lucky because I'm this kind of person who likes attending most of those programs. So I was so lucky. There's this guy they called, he started teaching us Trello. I don't know if you've heard of Trello. One very nice, one also good CRM. So they give you not just one basis, they give you different ways in which you can solve problems in the customer relationship way. So I can tell you of the fact that ALX is actually a very good way to start your tech journey. And I tell you, you won't regret it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so we have 5 more minutes. I don't know if anybody has any questions. Are there any burning questions? Okay. Okay, I see only one raised hand. Is that all? Okay, so please, do you mind coming forward? I see 2 right at the back. And then we'll just take that. If there are any more questions, please. I already see a number of people going into the room over there. Please go into the room over there and ask for further questions.
Okay,
Sir.
Thank you for the opportunity. When you were talking earlier on, you made mention of the age bracket of people that are qualified for these HAYS. But what about people that are probably below 18 or above 34? Does it mean that they can't participate in it?
Okay, thanks very much for that question. I would answer it. You can ask, go on.
I can ask.
Yeah, sure.
All right. Good morning, everybody. Morning. I want to ask if you do cybersecurity.
Okay, I would answer that. There was one more.
Good morning. Yeah, so I want to ask, everybody is scared of AI, right? Especially those in the industry. AI is coming from my job, and I might lose my job. And some folks are saying that you won't lose your job to AI, you will lose your job to someone that knows how to use AI.
Absolutely.
So I want to ask them, what industry is safe from AI?
None. None, actually. None. No industry is. I believe I've answered that question already anyway. No industry is. Okay, is that all? Okay, cool. All right, so.
Hold on.
Okay.
Thank you very much. So I really love the slide that was used for the AIC presentation. I just want to know what AI tool was used to prepare it.
Okay.
I
Foster, are you around?
every day.
No worries. We asked Foster.
Thank you.
Okay. Foster.
Yeah, and my other question to Foster, does he mind giving us the name of the tool he uses to summarize YouTube videos?
Okay. Foster can be found in that room. So I think those are 2 personal questions for him. So if you just please go to that room, you can find Foster and you can get hold of him. So I don't know how he did the tools. I don't know how he did his slide. I don't know what he's using summarizing it, but I'm sure he'll be able to answer you. Is AI, what industry is safe from AI? No industry is safe from AI. No job role is safe from AI. Whether you're an entrepreneur or you are an intrapreneur, you're not safe from AI. I guess the person that asked that probably came a bit late, because I had mentioned that what AI will do is save you time, and also something that should take you maybe 24 hours or 3 days or 5 days. With the right application and usage of an AI tool, it would enable you to do that in 2 hours. So if you see what Foster was doing that he showed earlier on around the ChatGTP, imagine if you're a content person and you have to come up with captions, and you're sitting down there thinking, do I say E before them? Or is it should or should it may? Is it could or is it can? Literally, AI can, the ChatGTP can do that for you, and then you can obviously summarize it into the context that you need it to be. Is AI going to take your own personal job? No. It would if you're not able to know how to use it or apply it into what you do. So even if you're over the ages of 18 to 34, like you just asked, sir, there's so many other resources, even outside of ALX as well, that can help you and that can open up your knowledge into the change or the digital transformation that is happening currently. Now, the reason why for ALX we are restricted to 18 to 34, like I mentioned earlier, it's because of the criteria set to us by MasterCard. MasterCard Foundation is the biggest partner that we have, and that is the criteria that they have. And the reason for that is because, I don't want to go into that, but if you read any article around why 18 to 34 African youth are supported, there are so many articles that would explain that, right? The second thing also is, ideally, our programs actually from 17 to 35. Why that is, if you recall the video that was played from Chika, as long as you're turning 18 before you finish our program, and you're not going to pass 35 by the time you're finishing our program, you can still get into it. For ALX, unfortunately, we don't have any programs for that niche, and that was why Pastor Wale had asked that Foster does at least a very I can never pronounce this word. Preliminary. Is that how to pronounce it? I got it, Abby. Okay. I think maybe when I say it faster is when I'm not sure. Okay. A summary of the basic of what to expect, because we knew, yes, that people over that age bracket would definitely turn up, so that you don't feel like, I don't even know, this is not for me, I wasted my time. That was why at least one of the tools that would be taught in the AICE program is what Foster has, showed us through. I know he was supposed to do a demo, but unfortunately, because of time, we started late. He can't do that. However, there are also, I shouldn't probably say it because I work for ALX, but honestly, if you also take your time and go on spaces such as YouTube, there are free videos of how people use if you were quick enough, like I always am, and screen grabbed that slide that showed all the tools, then there are things that you can just take one per week. Type it into, I'm just giving you an explanation because, you're my church members. You can just type it into YouTube, okay, Grammarly. Okay, how to use Grammarly effectively. And if you don't have Grammarly on your phone, the free version right now, then, I'm not sure how you are typing. It's free. You can just download it from the App Store, Grammarly, and just install it on your phone and even on your laptop as well, so that whenever you see the red thing, you know that you have tabon, you have written something wrong there, and you need to correct it, right? So, of course, if you are taking a screen grab of the slide, 1 week, you can take a, what's it called now? A tool or an app to read up on, to research on. There is something called Google Primer or Prime. It's an app as well. It's a free app. You can find a number of free resources, right, that you can actually just take your own time and go and also learn in case you're outside of this age bracket. It's called self-learning, and it's also called adult education as well. So what was the other question that I think I might have missed? Sorry? Oh, yeah, thank you. Yes, cybersecurity. So if you apply for our program, the AWS Cloud Computing, cybersecurity sort of starts from there, because cloud computing too is around. Cyber is cloud. Security is how to make sure you're doing things rightly in the cloud as well. So the cloud computing is a start into it. Now, I think, and I'm saying I think because I know that the organization had plans to release a program only for cybersecurity, focused on it. But please, can I ask that you go on our website or you go to the Linktree, we have a Linktree link, which is Linktree /ALX Nigeria, and you can join the wait list so that when any program comes out, especially the programs that we've listed out there, we'll definitely prompt you. We'll give you a call, we'll call you, we'll start following you with SMS and all of that. So yes, thank you. So there's a Linktree link there, really tiny at the bottom, but I mean, if you go to our Instagram page, it's there as well on the bio, and then you can always register. But cloud computing is very similar to cybersecurity, but not cybersecurity. On that note, I would like to say thank you very much, everyone, for making it out. Please don't leave without your gift. We are very friendly people. We like to give gifts. So please, Ijoma and team, you'd like to maybe stay at one of the exit entrance and give people's gifts. But I think the team did say that for anyone that comes into the nursing mother's room, you will definitely get it back so that you can ask your questions. If you need to apply, if you need to just even start, you don't have to finish applying your application today. You can at least start. The team would be in the room there for you to assist you. Also, if you need to take pictures, there is a nice printout that is really nice. It can become you can put it on your fridge, on your cupboard, on your mirrors. Please take pictures. We pay for it. I'm begging you, please take. Because otherwise, I've just paid those people for 8 hours and nobody has taken anything. So please take pictures. And I just want to say thank you very much. Thank you to Pastor Wale. Thank you to Pastor Kpoju for this time. And thank you, everyone. Thank you. Please don't forget to give us your feedback. Please, can we leave the feedback screen on? Please. Don't forget to give us your feedback as well. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you.
They ask me, say, waiting, they make me smile. I tell the whole world, say, now you be my life. And if them argue, say, we no go last reach night. I tell the people, say, you know if you kill starlight. Go clear. Them say your eye go tear. Darling, no mind them. Make you no send them. Them no be gone, my dear. And I will walk 1,000 miles if only you will hold my hand. I'll go the distance all the way for you. You know I can. People, they ask me, say, waiting, they make me smile. I tell the whole world, say, now you be my life. And if them argue, say, yeah, we no go last reach night. I tell the people, say, you know if it kill. Starlight they shine from night till the morning. You know they tire, you know they die. And even when it disappears, still they out, they shine somewhere all the time. People they ask me, say, waiting they make me smile. I tell the whole world, say, now you be my life. People they ask me, say, waiting they make me smile. I tell the whole world, say, kill starlight. A child in the distance, playing in the rain, the sweet sound of water flowing away. A construction worker coming home from work, two parents and their children going to church. A happy little baby drools on your shirt. What an extraordinary day. Let us have a world of ordinary people, living life the way God wants us to. And if we have a world of ordinary people, extraordinary things will happen to me and you. Just a man, but he'd kill his son for the price of a lamb. And let us consider ordinary Job, who lost it all, but in God had his hope. Now ordinary David, a little shepherd boy, brought down Goliath with a stone and a toy. Little Jesus, ordinary child, the carpenter's first son, humble and mild. If anybody told you he'd be Messiah, you probably would laugh it off, I know. So let us have a world of ordinary people, living life the way us to. And if we have a world of ordinary people, extraordinary things will happen to me and you. Oh, every little baby has the power to be great, and every tall tree grew up from some mustard seed. No ordinary children going off to war, 'cause no single leader is worth dying for. No ordinary mother will cry herself to sleep, 'cause no ordinary father will come home after 3 a.m. that is. So let us have